Hello, Champions League semi-finals, which this week became a kind of on the buses special, as with airplanes as grounded as Frank Ribery and legs as far apart as Frank Ribery's lady companion, players faced thousands of kilometres of coach misery instead of their usual private jets. Not since Brian Lawes at Burnley has there been such widespread coach sickness, etc. and so on. Barcelona in particular looked like they'd had too many choruses of 10 green bottles on their way to Milan, where the team that was the toast of the quarter-finals got itself cut down to size 3-1 by Jose Mourinho's Inter, or legendary Inter, to give them their full title there in the Corriere dello Sport. It was an Inter like we've never seen, says the paper. They deserve the final too, because 3 goals against Barcelona doesn't happen by chance. Republica, similar theme here. It's full speed ahead, they say. Inter let Barcelona play with their little round toy, then hit them with the blessed counter-attack. Massimo Moratti's journey to a final worthy of his father, that's Angelo Moratti, owner of the club the last time they were European champions, has never been so close to fruition. And finally, the Gazzetta dello Sport, who had likened Leo Messi to an extraterrestrial in the build-up, went with this on Wednesday morning. Mega Inter, we are the Martians. Yesterday, says the paper, Inter touched down on another planet, which surely raises major concerns about how they're going to get to the second leg, ash cloud or not. Inter could yet be outplayed at the new camp, continues the Gazzetta. They could even lose and be eliminated. But the truth told by the quality of this display will remain. We're no longer a galaxy apart. Wow. Well, mentioned in here and in the Corriere, the small details that the Catalans should probably have had one penalty at least, and that Milito's goal was actually offside. Details those that the Barcelona press gave ever so slightly more prominence to. Let's have a look. El Mundo Deportivo, atraco! It's a stick-up. Inter didn't deserve this result. What made the difference was the referee, who they call Mourinho's faithful friend. His name is Ben Querenza, which means well-wishing, and that's in honour, says the paper, of the love he has for Jose. Bit of a delicious irony that, eh? Barcelona complaining about the referee in a semi-final. And there's more over in fellow Catalan paper Sport, who title Robo all'Italiana, an Italian-style robbery, or an Italian job, if you will, which would certainly be an appropriate description, since this game featured a bus, a cliffhanger ending, and several mini-performances from the Barcelona boys, particularly Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the man, of course, who Barcelona last summer gave Inter £40 million plus Samuel Eto'o for, and who responded this Tuesday by giving his worst performance yet, running, stats show unbelievably, a shorter distance than even Barcelona's goalkeeper. Compare that, say the Italian press, to the selfless sacrifice displayed by Samuel Eto'o. Well, meanwhile, in Madrid, Barcelona getting beat means it's safe to put the Champions League back on the front page again, particularly as Real's much-vaunted move for Jose Mourinho means that they might yet have an interest in the final themselves. Here's marker anyway on Wednesday morning. Mu gets closer to the Bernabeu in every sense. Marker here hailing the 70-minute tactical lesson that the Portuguese gave Pep Guardiola. And they say, if Inter's fans pin their hopes on the Portuguese manager, then so too do Madrid supporters. For apart from his possible future on the white bench, he is the man who's blocking Barca's road to the Bernabeu. Well, of course, there's at least 90 minutes yet to play in that clash. So let's turn to the week's other news, which included this week more on that Rafa Benitez to Juventus move. Gazzetta, for example, on Thursday, Benitez to Juve. We're down to the last few details, which include, according to Thursday's Tuttosport, him bringing somebody with him. Who? Torres? Gerrard? Nope. Sammy Lee. Yeah. The other really big story, though, of course, this week, the other Champions League semi-final, Bayern Munich against Lyon. And after the week's off-field news, which is never 17, this was, of course, a major encounter for Frank Ribery, which makes a change from all the minor ones he's alleged to have had. The Frenchman, though, had an off night against Lyon, getting sent off in the first half, but thanks to another cracker from Arjen Robben, and thanks to a Lyon performance straight out of the Wizard of Oz, cowardly, Bayern came out 1-0 winners and have thus, the German press are convinced, 1 foot in the final. And the French agree. Here is L'Equipe. Lyon, they say, who went to Munich in a fleet of minibuses apparently, now need some real daring-do and exploit in the return match. Says the paper, we couldn't be more hungry for the second leg if we were sitting in a frog restaurant. No, they do. Well, the good news is there's not long to wait in any case, as those crucial return matches are coming up in the Champions League next week. Thus, we'll be back with all the reaction to them next Thursday. Let's hope we see you then.